All right, Most High in Christ, man. Let's clap it up. You know what I'm saying? This is Tuesday night brotherhood class. I am priest and officer of 1000 Uraga Bar. You know what I'm saying? And let's get into it. The topic of today's class, Salaki, is the truth about Jesus Christ, Yahawashi in the Hebrew. You understand me? And I put Yahawashi in parentheses because that's his name. And for these fake Israelite groups out here who always try to tell the UPK we shouldn't call him Jesus Christ, we should call him Yahawashi. To all of you non-educated brothers that don't really know the Bible, the reason why we do call him Jesus Christ is because the world know him as Jesus Christ. You understand me? And as you begin to get in the truth, then you will begin to understand what his real name is. And that's just a way to us to reach out to people who are not in the truth, people who don't know the truth. So, like, because the only people who are in the truth is here in ISUPK under Commander General Yohana. You know what I'm saying? I want to give a shout out real quick. So, like, before I start, Shalom, Yahawashi, Yahawashi, Thumb to all my brothers, and Shalom, Yahweh. Shamar Alataba, Shimya, shout out all the sisters. I want to give a shout out to the brothers that did their thing in Southern Cal this weekend for the West Coast Cookout, man. I heard it was amazing. It was a beautiful thing, you know what I'm saying? Brotherhood and sisterhood was in full effect. And you know, the UPK is the only place where it is in full effect. And I pray you understand that. You understand? So, you know, hey, Shalom, Matam Yah, my brother was going down. I see you. You know what I'm saying? Shalom, Yahawashi, Shrakata. You understand? So the UPK is the home of the truth, man. And it's important for brothers and sisters to know that and embrace that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to tell you what we're about here in the ISUPK, all right? In the ISUPK, we are educating Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians about their true heritage, which is comprised of the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. Once our people begin to follow the laws in the Bible, God, or Yahweh in the Hebrew, will look down from heaven and have mercy upon us. He will also send Yahawashi, his son, to free us from all oppression. Using the Bible, the ISUPK will fix all the problems of the Black, or the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community, turning a lawless and immoral people into a law-abiding righteous people. The true nationalities of the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Indians, and West Indians of the North, Central, and South Americas are the true descendants of the lost 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. And Jesus Christ, Yahawashi, Mashiach, is their king. You understand me? So let's get into it, man. Let's find out about Yahawashi. Let's say Jesus Christ, aka Yahawashi. You know, understand me? Let's find out about our king. Is he really that soft-looking guy that they have on these pictures in the church? Is he really that one that looks like he wants to attend a hippie smoke out party? Is he that person? Is he that person who looks like a full-blown Edomite with alternative lifestyle gestures and structures and you know what I'm saying? And femininity, how you say femininity. You know what I'm saying? Is he the one who has that? Or is he this strong man like you see these brothers is in the truth? Because let me remind you, man, here in the ISUPK, we model ourselves after our king, man. You know what I'm saying? Now we only praise our God, but we acknowledge our king, man, because of the things that he did and the sacrifice that he did. You as a person should want to honor a man who gave his life for you to live, man. You should want to honor a man who gives his all to stand strong and be that figure in your life that shows you right from wrong. That man deserves to be honored, man. You understand me? So that's why we always honor our king and the men in the Bible. We honor them too because of what they did. We were still able to understand who we are. You understand me? So the first scripture, we go to the book of Psalms, chapter 40, verse 7. My brother DK, hold on. Let me see. Hey, Precious Yasharala, I see you. That's a rib in my brother DK. DK, I see you, brother. I heard you went out there and got your brick in. Most High in Christ. You understand me? That's what it's made for, my brother. Good seeing you, all right? All right, so let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 40, verse 7, all right? You got anything you want to say, Azra? Are you all right? Hmm? I'm all right. All right, that's a bet. We'll go through verse 10, all right? Let me know when you're there. I'm in which chapter? The book of Psalms, chapter 40, verse 7. Okay. Verse 7. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 40, verse 7. Then said I, lo, I come. In the volume of the book, it is written of me. Verse 8. I delight to do thy will, O my God. Yea, thy law is within my heart. See, David is saying, I'm here to do your will. This is talking about Christ. David said, I'm here. This book ain't written about me, but this about you. And I'm here to do your will. He said, what? He said, I delight to do thy will, oh my God. I delight to do that will. It's a pleasure for me to serve the Most High. It's a pleasure for me to do the things that the Most High wants me to do. You understand me? Let's continue on. Verse 9. I have preached righteousness in the great congregations. Lo, I have not refrained my lips. O Lord, thou knowest. He said, look, I didn't talk in great congregations, but I didn't hold back my lips on what I know about this truth. You understand me? And he said, you notice why? Because everything we do, we should do in honor of the Most High, man. And following our King Yahawashi. You understand me? Like the Lord knows who you are. He knows who you are. You can try to put up a front while for the people that's here in the flesh, but the Lord knows who you are. Our King Yahawashi knows your spirit. You understand me? And the work you put in. So when you hear these fake Christians go around here, or even these fake Israelites go around here saying how they follow this and follow that, and then turn around and how they Passovers at strip clubs and all that other stuff. The Lord knows about that, man. And the Lord knows your spirit. That's why a lot of them get exposed sleeping with with alternative lifestyle people and trying to murder sisters because you bring some goddamn Hamites into your organization who really not us. You understand me? Go ahead. So like you already have yeah, oh man, sister bringing it out. She on fire like me. Or either getting Peggy Bundy by their rib. You understand me? It's Peggy and Peggy Bundy. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta watch the Corey. They don't call themselves man. They call themselves Peggy and Peggy Bundy. That's what you got in their households, man. You got to be very careful of these fake Israelites, man. And you gotta call them fake because they're not doing nothing that the Bible would say do. They not doing nothing that the Israelites did. The Israelites didn't bring together Africans in their organization. The Israelites didn't get Peggy Bundy by Peg. You understand me? They didn't do that. That's not what they did. So for them to say they in the truth, no. You can have a knowledge of the truth, but you ain't actually in the truth unless you're in an ISUPK under commanding general in your honor, man. It's a goddamn honor to be in the truth. You understand me? And a lot of these brothers can't be in the truth. I don't care what they tell you. They too strict. They make it so hard. Man, sound like stay where you at, man. We don't want no cowards in our camp, man. That's our slogan, man. We live by that. If you are in this school and you're a brother in this school, understand this, man. It's no time for being a goddamn coward, man. It's straight soldiers in here, man. No coward, no excuses. That's what I learned. You understand me? So I try my best to stay diligent and stand firm in this truth because why? It's up to me to do what I need to do to help brothers and sisters. If you in this school, you got a duty to stand on your job and help brothers and sisters find their way into this building. And if you're not doing that wholeheartedly and honestly, then you got to question yourself at this moment, man. And at any moment, Salaki. You understand me? And that's why it's so important to be in this truth, because if we don't do it, them fake Israelites going to be out there doing it. And guess what? It's going to be more sisters that's going to end up unalive by the hands of these damn Hamites. There's gonna be more brothers that go the wrong way and think that it's okay to have a Passover at a strip club. There's gonna be more brothers who gonna join groups and go get privately to send text messages of D pics. There's going to be more brothers who's going to get with women and think it's okay to be such of a sodomite to tell your woman or be a sodomite at all, but let alone involve your woman to do the sin with you and tell her to fill you up like a cup. Dirty, 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 dirty birdie. You understand me? That's what they are. They dirty birdies. Salakia. Where was I at? Lost my point. See, DK, they always do this, DK. They always just take me off my game. Just a lot. All right. Okay, I found it. All right. Verse 10. I have not hid thy righteousness within my heart. I ain't hid that righteousness within my mind. I know how to conduct. I know what to do. I know what it takes. I got it right here. You understand me? I ain't hiding it. I'm going to let it be known. I'm going to let it show. Let's continue on. I have declared thy faithfulness and thy salvation. I have not concealed thy loving kindness and thy truth from the great congregations. He said, look, I know, I know your salvation. So like, he said, I declare thy faithfulness and thy salvation. He said, I have not concealed thy loving kindness and thy truth from the great congregations. That's what one thing, like I say, we got to stand out differently from these Christian churches, because these Christian churches, like even though their prayers aren't being heard, they pray. You understand? And it's important for us to go around and pray more than them, because we got the truth, and also let everybody know how good our King is, how kind and merciful he is. How look, can you think about how beautiful he is? Can you think about how beautiful the Most High is? Because we went through all this turmoil, all this oppression, all this slavery, and we still here in 2025 and aware of the truth. The Lord blessed us to have the truth in these times. After all the things we've been through, any other people who went through what we went through, they wouldn't even know who they don't even know who they are. You got to come in as truth and you understand who you are. But just the fact of being able to have that knowledge still existing in these days and times is a blessing. And I want to say the Yahawashi, man, for that blessing, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
If I may, sir, what you're saying is so heavy. Taking an African American course, I've learned a lot. And naturally, the oppressors wanted to erase our traditions and who we were, and make us what they wanted us to be. But in the all truth, I would say a lot of people were lost before slavery anyway. I would say because they didn't realize that the Most High is who they're supposed to praise.
Exactly. That's right. You got anything more you want to say? I don't want to cut you off.
No. Concert.
Yeah, no. That what you're saying is heavy. They whole idea and purpose was to take our identity and claim it for themselves, because they didn't have nothing that was spiritual and what they would call spiritual. But we in ISUPK know that this book is for our learning. You understand me? This is for our learning and for us to understand how we should live. This is not a book that we would consider a religion. It's not a religion. This book was given to a group of people, a nation of people, in order to let them know where they came from and where they're going, what is right for them to do and what's wrong for them to do. You understand me? Like, we was a nation at one point in time, we didn't have we've never had a king. You know what I'm saying? We had someone who, our leader. I think Moses was the first person who really came in and actually was kind of giving us the laws from the Most High. But Moses didn't even call himself the king of Israel. You understand me? It took Christ to come to claim that title. You know what I mean? And why? Because black man, Hispanic man, and Native man, we're stubborn. We don't want to let nobody rule over us. You got to prove yourself sure. You got to make sure your election is sure to be able to tell me that you're over me. And the only person who I know who can do that is Christ. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, what you're saying is so true because, like, when you think about it in African culture, they never talk or praise the Most High. They have their own traditions, their own beliefs, and everything that they believe in. When in reality, you know, they're not a part of our tribes anyway. The tribes in the Most High is for our people, which is 12 tribes. It's not meant for everybody else. And a lot of people get that misconstrued. They think that because a lot of slaves were brought from Africa to America, that we're all African. And that's not true.
Yeah. But you know why they want to consider us all African? It's a trick by them to continue to keep us lost. So they can continue to say, yo, well, you know, we're the Jews. They don't even they don't even have enough kahunas to say that they're Jew. They like, no, we're Jewish. We're Jewish. Well, who is a real Jew? And why you can't tell me? You got all this knowledge you just stole from all around the world for years and years, centuries and centuries, and you can't tell me who the real Jews was? You can't tell me what color Christ was? You hate this color so much. You hate the Latinos so much and the natives so much that you didn't want them to know that it's a man named Yahawashi Mashiach who came from the Most High to save his people, and he lived out that walk sinlessly, blamelessly, a black man from the hood, from the ghetto. You understand me? That's something that existed. You know what I mean? And I mean, that person existed. Yeah, you can't tell me Allah existed. Show me a picture of him. Show me what they even describing him. Right?
You go outside.
Oh yeah, see Allah right in the middle of the street. Yeah, the cars riding over Allah every day. Roll right over them. You understand? But you know, all these gods and I mean all these other nations that claim they got the truth and they God is their God, they can't even show you. They can't even really tell you where it took the UPK to start exposing them to let you know where the picture of the so-called Caucasian Jesus Christ came from. You know what I mean? He was up in there doing all kind of sinfulness before he got his picture painted. Well, I wonder what he had to do to get that picture painted. I wonder what he had to do. Exactly. How he got paid. Exactly. And then he got his picture painted, and then they came out and gave it to us and lied to us about it. You know what I'm saying? But Salaki, I yield on that. All right, let's drop that. Let's go to Hebrews chapter 2, verse 16. You got something to say? Okay, he said no, not today. I know it's pretty quiet. I told my son he got to chill out. He be talking too much during class, trying to take over my class. I told him he got to chill out. We're gonna go to the book of Hebrews. We're gonna go to the book of Hebrews, chapter 2, verse 16. This is the book of Hebrews. Oh, Salaki, let me know when you're there. Okay, we'll put it in your bag. All right. Okay, she there. All right, no sign Christ the weather. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 2, verse 16. And it reads, "For verily he took not on him the nature of angels, but he took on him the seed of Adam." What does that mean, Azara? He didn't take on him the nature of angels, but he took on the seed of Adam.
What it's saying is he didn't take on the world, he took on his people.
You close. So in this aspect, it said that, you know, Christ could have came back as whatever he wanted to. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't come back as an angel. He came back. He took on the seed of Adam. What does that mean? He took on a seed of Adam. And what he came back through sperm. Hopefully they don't clip me on that. He came back through the sperm. You understand me? He came back to be like me and you. He came back through the seed of Adam. How do you get through a seed? Bloodline. He came back through the bloodline of Adam. This is why it's important for brothers and sisters to understand we cannot have abortions. You don't know what you're having or who you're having. You understand me? And that seed is very important because why? You will come back through that seed. Now, if you terminate every seed you have, how can you come back? Go ahead.
What you're saying is so heavy. That TV show we were watching, what is Lovecraft?
Yeah.
We were watching is pretty much saying exactly what you're saying, because there was a scene where the oppressor was brought in the center front of all of these African Americans that were killed by him.
Mm-hmm.
And if you notice, there was a man, it was a grown man's body in a basketball suit, but he had a baby head.
Right.
And that was heavy to me because that meant that oppressor killed that baby.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what that baby was supposed to be. If he didn't kill that baby, he was supposed to be a professional basketball player. That's what I got.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just saying it's just heavy because, you know, life could be cut short for people that are meant to be here and meant to be something from the oppressor.
I agree, and you know what? I'm gonna back you up on that because what you're saying is heavy. The fact is, they will unalive us, and or so like I ain't gonna talk about the Edomites. We will unalive our babies, not knowing who they will be. Like you go get an abortion, you think, oh, I'm not ready to have a baby. Well, you shouldn't have had sex. We can just lay that there, right there. Do not have sex if you're not ready for a baby, because all it takes is a drop. You know how you drop oil in water and you look in that water cup, what do you see? That oil, right? And you see it spread all around the water, right? No matter how much water it is, just one drop of that oil, that's the same thing. So you get a drop of something, the possibility of it is greater than that, right? And we for years been doing what they want us to do and unaliving these babies before they even born, or you know what I mean? And we don't know who we're unaliving. Now they know who we are. They know who we are. So if you had an enemy and you know the power within your enemy bloodline and what can take place coming through them, what would you tell them to do? Unalive all their kids. Pharaoh did it. He said, kill them firstborn boys. If they girls, leave them. And that's how sick. And the Edomites had the same mental as them Africans did back then. They love the women. Keep the girls. But the men, kill them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how they look at it. This is why sisters got to be very careful on how they, like, sisters are very precious. You know what I mean? Yeah. Sisters are very precious. And that's why every sister in the school name is almost princess. Or you know, the brother name is kid, his daughter Ruby. That's a beautiful name because that's something precious. Don't get too much of that, all right? That's precious, man. Or like the sister name in the beginning, brother DK Rib. Her name is Precious Yasharala. Like everything about so-called blacks, Latinos, and natives are beautiful, especially the women. And it's supposed to be that way. While for the man, we're supposed to be stern. You know, we're supposed to be ready for war. No man who walks around and have a peggy in their behind can ever walk the line Christ walked. You understand me? Like, can you imagine that? Christ was a real N-word. Christ was carrying his cross while they was beating him and slapping him and just doing all type of stuff. You understand me? Only a real man can take that walk. And that's what we do in the UPK. It's but it's spiritual. We take that walk every day when we walk past brothers and we tell them, or go to camp, and we tell them, stop selling drugs. We at camp, tell them to stop selling drugs. Tell them to turn their lifestyle around. That's what we doing. That's how Christ bared his cross. We bearing our cross, man. Brothers is committed to this school, to this truth. Get into these classes, man. You're a young officer. When you get some rank, when you get a little bit of rank, Paquito rank, get in here and try to teach these classes, man. Get in here and show thyself approved. Be the face of your zone. You understand me? Because it always has to be a change. It won't, you can't show the proof within growing if it's not a change. If you see my face all the time, or I don't want Kasorpa Kai face, or the brother Karanya Allah face, or I don't want Natazar face, and only faces you see in this zone, then we're not doing something right. Or I don't want Karak, or I don't want Kakamamad, or I don't want Kabad. If you ain't getting your face seen in this school, then we have to ask ourselves, what are we doing for the young brothers? You understand me? If you're a young brother in this school, it don't matter what zone you in, put that work in. Let them know who you are and stand on it. Bear your cross. You understand me? Because your story will be the same story that'll bring 10 brothers in here, just like my story probably brought 2 brothers, or another brother's story brought 2 brothers. You understand me? Like, this is important. If you're a sister in the school, bear your cross. Show these other sisters in the world how you operate. Be proud of who you are. Don't let them make you feel less than. You understand me? Cover your damn behind. Cover your head when we saying prayers. You understand me? Act like you're supposed to. Because the Bible said, I'm paraphrasing, that through our deeds, the people will look and say, man, those people serve the Most High. Those people serve Yahweh. Their king is Yahawashi. Through the way they conduct themselves. You understand me? And that's what we want to get back to. So, Lakia, for getting long-winded. You understand me? But we at Hebrews chapter 2, verse 16. All right, verse 17. Wherefore, in all things, it behooved him to be made like unto his brethren, that he might be a merciful and faithful high priest in things pertaining to God. Now, he said it marveled him to be brought up like one of his brothers. So he got a chance to be a high priest and do the things that's what? Salakia. Oh, what's up? A high priest in things pertaining to God, man. Like, that's what this is in the UPK. You understand me? Like, we do things pertaining to the Most High. We teach the things that's pertaining to the Israelites came from the Most High. You understand me? Like, we're the real warnings. You know what I'm saying? They say we kind of stiff-necked and tough, but really we're merciful brothers. You know what I'm saying? We're willing to put our life on the line. Brothers is being found hanging every day. But we are out here putting our life on the line. The drug dealers aren't putting their life on the line. Them rappers ain't putting their life on the line. You want to know how I know? Because as soon as they go to jail, they want to tell on the whole damn city. If Lil Durk has somebody he can tell on, he would have snitched. Go ahead. 6ix9ine. There you go. He'll tell on everybody that did not do 2 weeks in the county. Tell on his whole crew. Go ahead. If I may, please, yeah. But who else? Who else snitching? Tell me, youngster. Who else snitching?
I know who it is.
Matter of fact, Lil Durk did snitch. He snitched on King Von, didn't he? See, he snitched on King Von. Oh, yes, he did, my brother. Yes, he did. He told on him. Yeah, he told on him. Hey, shalom, Sister Water, for tuning in. Princess Nizam Anna. Oh, Salakia says, if I butchered your name, Salakia, the water for tuning in. Tell your Adawan I said shalom, Lord Christ, sir. You know what I'm saying? The water for tuning in, sir. I mean, sis, much appreciated. Go ahead. Give me some more. You know who it is. You know who the snitches is.
Like the verse you just said, Prince, everything.
Everything is Prince. Yeah. Why? Because these sisters in this school are exactly. They're high value women. You know what I'm saying? They don't compare to sisters out in the world. Neither do the brothers in this school. Sit right before you fall. Neither do the brothers in this school. You can't compare us to nobody. That's why we say we're not affiliated with any other group. Why? Because you can't even compare us to them. You know what I'm saying? We have a. They talk about having a unity camp. That would never happen. ever. You would never be able to tie a unity camp to the name of ISUPK. That's never going to happen. You understand me? We can't, and then they turn around, and then as soon as these other Israelite groups do some weird stuff like they always do, it always comes out. Then they'll be going back showing video. Well, see here, the UPK did the unity camp with these people here, so they agree on. No, we ain't finna do all that, man. We just gonna stay to ourselves. And I'm gonna just tell you this: my very first Passover in Houston, right? I was at the Passover. I seen someone from the IUIC. He wore his shirt, and then he had the nerve to try to put another shirt over it and try to hide it. Tried to hide it. But you can see the fringes on the bottom of the shirt. And you can see the purple through the shirt. And you know what we did in the UPK? Take a guess. What do you think we did? No. We let that brother take part in that Passover because we're not like that. We're not going to make you feel bad because you made a mistake and went the wrong way. In fact, we're going to show you the most brotherhood and the greatest time you ever can have. And I pray that that brother got in this truth, and I'm sure he did. You understand me? Because these people hear so much negative stuff about the UPK from these tomboys. You understand me? And these LGBTQYZ Israelites, the rainbow Israelites, that's what I'm gonna call them. And these brothers hear all these things about them and about the UPK, and then they say, "Well, yeah, we can't go to the UPK." The UPK is the safest place for you to be if you want to be a priest or prophet of the Lord. Go ahead.
Because I bet you the people who are part of the purple group is.
Yeah, don't say it. Don't say it. He getting ready, y'all. I'm telling you, he's going to be bad when he get older. Stick with the truth. You're going to be bad. You got to be ready, though. You got to be ready, all right? All right, let's go. Verse 18. Hold on, let me see. Verse 17. Okay, I'm gonna just read it, verse 17 again. Wherefore, in all things it behooved him to be made like unto his brother, that he might be a merciful and faithful high priest in things pertaining to God, to make reconciliation for the sins of the people. See, Christ came and he said it behooved him to be with his brethren, man. See, Christ didn't look at himself better than nobody. He said we are brothers. In fact, I don't understand how Christianity still exists when Christ said, don't worship him. He said, who's good? There's only one good. That's Yahweh. You understand me? Like, and then he said he came for reconciliation of for the sins of his people. Like, how many people do that? You got brothers out here talking about they sliding for their brothers and putting it on their dead brothers. They ain't doing none of that. How about sliding for your people? How about sliding for your household, your nation? How about changing your life for your nation? Don't forget sliding. How about be a different person for your people? How about showing these kids a different way? You understand me? How about being a bigger man than you've seen in your life? How about changing the generational curses and the generational trauma that we face with every day out here on these streets, man? You know why you see winos and black homeless people? It's because generationally we have been destroyed and towed down, man. We have been through so much as a people, you might not think it, but it affects generations to come. How? Because you seen your dad drinking alcohol. You talk to your mom and hear your mom say how she was molested by her brother, by her stepdad. You hear these things. And what does that do to you? It destroys you. You see these Caucasians walking around living their best life. Like Adawan Kasar Pakad said, they be making my way downtown. Dun, dun, dun. You know what I'm saying? When they walking down the street, they just be in la la land, having a good time. You know what I'm saying? While when we walk down the street, we got to look over our shoulder and pray that the police don't pull up on us and unalive us because we fit a description of someone that he decides we fit the description of. We don't even look alike. Go ahead.
Just in that movie, what you would call it, White Chicks.
Yeah, exactly.
They were really, really They wasn't even paying attention. They were just driving, looking at each other.
Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ, I don't want my bar. So, Salaki, sir, I don't got the link. I can work with you next time. Let me see if I can invite you, Adawan. Let me see. About to guess. Let's see. Get up, Messiah. Get up. Yes, Salakia, sir. If I may, I'm gonna reach out to you, sir. So next, yeah, the next class that I teach out of one, I would love to have you come up on the platform with me, sir, and you know, bless this platform with your skill and your your wisdom out of one, if possible, sir. Salakia, I gotta figure out how to work this, sir. But just like in the movie White Chicks. But you want to know what's even worse about the movie White Chicks? That was that was the worst thing. And you know what's even worse? That kids like you seen that and they did it because they wanted you to see it. Because they want black men to be effeminate. They want you to be soft. That's not in your nature. You understand? Go ahead.
Man. It's crazy because they walked around 3 girls that was white, and then they were like, my name's Chen, and this stuff. Mm-hmm. But they were boys. Mm-hmm. It doesn't, yeah.
Sound like Sakari. But I'm going to continue on, all right? Verse 18. For in that he himself had suffered being tempted, he is able to score them that are tempted. Look, it's saying, look, even Christ himself was tempted. So when anybody go through anything in their life, how dare you try to blame the Most High for what you're going through? How dare you think you can live a life and not be tempted? Who the hell do you think you are? We all are here to be tested, to show thyself approved, to be something greater than what our fathers was. That's the problem with a lot of these brothers out here. They want to run from the real test. They want to do what's easy. They want to sell drugs to the community and destroy the kids. They want to ride around with guns and destroy a family by taking someone away from it. While here in the UPK, we want to build the families up. We want to add to your family, sister. We want to add to your family, brother. How will we do that? By helping you change your life, by giving you life, by opening your eyes up to who you should be and the power in which you possess. See, the thing is, we all possess this power, but it takes a certain man to help you understand it, to reveal it to you. You have to be led in the right way. And the only way you can be led in that way is the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana, man. You understand me? Salakia. All right. So let's drop that. Let's go to the book of Salakia. Let's go to the book of John. Go to the book of John. Go ahead. Let it relate to the topic. All right. Go ahead. What you got to say? All right. Most high in Christ. We're gonna go to the book of John, chapter 15, verse 12. You know how to get to John, Mashat? You know how to get to the book of John? I'm gonna give you my old Bible, all right? So you can follow with me, all right? Go ahead.
First John or Second John?
It's just the book of John. It's not a first, second. It's just John. But if you have some Mashak, you by all means you can ask it, but it has to be on topic, all right? You want to get through this class, all right? Okay, most high in Christ. Hey, Shalom, Yahawashi, my brother, Nayak in the building. I see you, brother. Hey, shout out to you and DK. Who else went down there? I War, Palai, all the brothers up here that I know the officers did. Karan Yala, I don't want Kasor Pakai. I don't want. Kakama Mai. I think we, a few brothers down here. We had the slave, man. I was so wish I could have been there. But all you brothers from Northern Cal that touched down and made your presence felt, man. Hey, man, Most High in Christ to y'all brothers, an awesome job, man. I heard nothing but good things about it. Man, I'm still salty on it. You know what I mean? But, the Lord will it. I'll see you brothers at the Passover. And due to this new slave that I got, I'm going to be touching down in different zones. You know what I mean? I want to go to the cookout in New Orleans. You understand me? I want to see Texas. What that be like? You know what I'm saying? The cookouts down there. I heard the brothers be getting it in. Delaware. I want to see it all. You know what I mean? Lord willing, I'll be able to this coming year, though. Go ahead.
Is it Delaware, New Jersey?
Yeah, it's around that area. It's around there. You know what I mean? Yep, it's around there. But yeah, you on it. All right, so you there? First John, we're gonna go to the book of John, chapter 15, verse 12. Let me know when y'all get there. All right, now it's written in red. So when it's written in red, who's talking?
Christ.
Yeah, you're right. Christ. Okay, Christ. Christ. So it's written in red. It's our King Yahawashi. All right. So it says, "This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I loved you." Hey, look, these brothers ain't understanding that. These brothers don't love one another like Christ loved them. They love each other like two brothers. I can't even think of their name, man. No, in the Bible, he killed us, Cain and Abel. Like how Cain loved Abel. That's how they love each other in this world. You know what I mean? They backstabbers. That's the old school. They smile in your face. That's what these brothers do out here. In the UPK, we show that real love. You know what I'm saying? I got so much love for my brothers in this truth, and it's not just my zone. I mean, my love was spread out throughout the world. If you underneath the same banner as me, I love you to death, my brother. And when I say to death, I mean to death. I'm willing to lie down my life any moment with any brother in this school, because I know that's what it takes to build a nation. Me giving that, put a spirit in this brother and put a spirit in this baby here like no other. Because they'll say, my dad died doing the Lord's will. They got to live up to that. What else better for them than to know that their daddy gave his life to serve the Lord and to wake up his people? You understand me? That's why, I don't know if you know, but Shakur, the Shakur family, Tupac family and all them, they had a reputation for being so much of an, what's it called? Advocate, right? That the police began to watch their kids. The police weren't even worried about them no more, Afina and all them no more like they was. They were more worried about the kids, because they know that knowledge that they possess, they're going to put in them kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why it's important for brothers and sisters to raise their kids right. Because when you raise your kids right, you don't, man, look, this real, when you get a president like Donald Trump, it's easy to kind of bring some shit up, bring some kids up in the right way, man. Your kids will be amazing beings in the UPK with presidents like Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like, just fools. It shows you how dumb this oppressor nation is becoming. You know what I'm saying? And that shows you how much more we need to put into our kids and put into our spirits and ourselves to raise up and be a better nation. You understand me? I told you that was going to happen. I stopped doing it, all right? All right, let's continue on. Salakia. Verse 13. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lie down his life for his friends. That's the greatest love you can have. To give your life for your friends. Who is your friends?
Your parents.
Who?
The ISUPK.
Man like you, the ISUPK. Your brothers. Real people. Because no, you don't ever call nobody your friend if they're not really your friend. You got associates in the world. All the people you call your friend, they're not your friend. They're your associates. You have to prove yourself to be a friend. Christ wasn't calling everybody a friend. You know who Christ's friends were? The disciples. That's who Christ's friends were. Am I wrong? Do you see any other friends mentioned in the book?
She's saying it so heavy, it reminds me of that old school song, Friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people lose the concept of what friends mean. They think friends mean, oh, I like this person. I'm getting along with this person. Oh, they're cool, this and that. A friend will stab you in the back. A true friend, somebody that you consider family and everything, will always be there and have your back. That's a true friend.
Yeah, a friend, one of those fake friends that stab you in your back, like the sister said. But a real friend will jump in the middle of that knife before it hits your back and take that for you, because that's what you call a friend. And that's what you get out of the ISUPK under Commander General Honor. All right. Brothers is willing to die for our people. And that's an amazing thing. All right. Let's continue on. All right. Verse 14. Ye are my friends if ye do whatsoever I command you. See, Christ said we his friends if we do whatever he commands us. Do he command us to sell drugs?
No.
Shalon, I didn't call on you. Hold your peace. Do he command us to date outside of our race?
Lie.
Do he command us to be of the world? How about eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster? How about celebrating Halloween?
No holidays at all.
Okay. But if you do that, then you're not Christ what?
You're not Christ's disciple.
You're not his what?
You're not a
No, we're talking about it. I said I will give my life for my.
Right.
So if you do anything Christ tell you not to do, you're not his what? There you go. So you keep that in mind when you want to do things that you know Christ said not to do. And you got to pick a side. I already picked my side. You got to pick your side. You got to pick your side. You got to pick his side. Go ahead. Hold
if
your
I
peace.
may, you know, it's really deep what you're saying, because a lot of people tend to lose that concept of a friend, because a friend will lead you in the wrong direction. But when you're inside the truth becomes your friend and it leads you in the right direction. You can't let other people mislead you. The world will mislead you. They'll tell you things that sound great. They'll tell you things that sound really good, and it will absolutely destroy you as an individual.
And you know what? We've done so much wrong in our life that when you come into here, even when brothers and sisters come to you and you can tell they fighting a demon, they talking to you, vent to you about this. They talking to the sister, girl, my husband get on my nerves. He ain't this and he ain't that. Or the brothers come up to me and they talk to me. Your response should always be in a way Christ will respond. Because you can go outside of the world and get a response other than that. But in here, it has to be a certain way. Why? Because this is my friend and I love him. I love her. So I'm going to tell her what Christ says to do. Because this is the only right way. You remember the old school saying, a hard head make a soft back? Why do they say that?
Because you learn lessons.
No. I mean, it's simple. Why did your mama tell you that? Because what did you not do?
Listen.
You didn't listen to her guidance. So that's the same thing with Christ. If you don't listen to Christ, you gonna bump your head. Or have a swole behind. I just say that. You know what I mean? So don't lean to your own understanding. Do what Christ says do. Let's continue on, all right? So verse 15. Henceforth, I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord does. Christ said he don't call us servants. With the power that he gave to him, he said, I don't call y'all servants, because the servant don't even know what his Lord does. Right? But I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father, I have made known to you. You understand that? Everything Christ said he heard of his Father, he's made known to us. That's a friend. When you a slave, you will never know what master was doing. If you looked at master when he was walking to take care of some business or talking to another slave owner, he'd lynch you. hang you. You couldn't even learn how to read in slavery days. It was against the law for black people to read. It was against the law. Not too long ago. This world, America existed longer than slavery ended. I don't know if people understand that. America, as it's known America, this is a fairly new place. But a couple of 100 years, right? A couple of 100? All right. Not, all right. Right. So we can start there. So if we say 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 400 years, slavery ended about what? Slavery still ain't ended. It really ain't ended. I'm just keep real. It ain't even ended. It ain't ended. We still face all type of conditions and ailments. Take that in the back, all right? When you want to do that, all right? We still face with all type of conditions, discrimination, social racism. You know what I mean? Like, it's all type of racism we're dealing with. You know what I mean? So it still exists to a certain extent. So we got to remember that. And this is why it's important for us to build each other up and help each other out. You know what I mean? Let's go on. Let me see. So Christ said, you know you his friend because of what he made known to you that his father told him. You know what I mean? Like, that's a real friend. Like, I used to have friends in the world on my, I still got some buddies in the world, right? And I try to give them this truth all the time because I love them. But if they, I can't make them drink the water. I can lead them to it, right? But they got to look at me, and then that will be the choice they decide. Go ahead, son. What you got? I can't see. No. You have to bring it up. You look at it, then you tell me.
With this one, Siri said that's a really good question. Eminem. She asked me everything.
Yeah, want to know why Siri said that's a really good question? Because Siri knows that the slavery has not ended. All right? I'm telling you, Most High in Christ. Yeah, Most High in Christ is serious. You know what I'm saying? So now you got to pay attention to that because black people are still getting lynched. They're still hanging black people from trees. Latino brothers are getting locked up and chained like slaves used to be chained. Used to be chained up, put in dog kennels. That's what's happening to our Latino brothers and sisters. They're being put in dog kennels. You understand me? The Native Americans, good night. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And if you don't know what a devil is, look at a white man. I'm so, man, look, I don't even eat my eggs like they eat their eggs. I'm so different. No, I eat my eggs scrambled. They like they eggs running. It's a lot here. But that's everything. I just do it different. Even to chicken, we season our chicken. Go ahead.
If I may, if you want to hear something funny, I just Googled where does Alexa get her information from? It says ambiguously. Ambiguous. And Alexa can refer to a person or a piece of software, but most relevant search indicates Alexa can refer to the Alexa's AI platform for impression digital, which analyzes clients' performance data using machine learning to identify trends. And it says she would come from her personal experience and it says she pretty much gets her information from a platform.
Well, the platform is the white man. I'll save you some time. Don't worry. I'll save you the time. She gets her information from the oppressor. He controls that aspect of Alexa. He controls that because he knows black people are going to be doing what you just did right now. Go ahead.
I know why you said that that's the oppressor because oppressors created computers and software.
They didn't create them, but they control them. Black people created a lot of things. They just took it from us. They stole it like they stole everything else. Like they stole your identity.
Like they stole Jesus Christ. Christ real color.
That's heavy. I'll give you that. I ain't heard it brought out like that, youngster. Can't wait to see your first camp speaking. He said they stole Jesus Christ's color. Man, you got to be a slick thief to do that. To take the black off the skin. They really did, though. That's facts. I like that. All right. Hold your peace. Let's go. All right. So verse 15. Henceforth, I call you not servants. All right, we already went through that. So lock here. Verse 16. Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you that ye should go and bring forth fruit. The Lord said here, Jesus Christ, Yahawashi Mashiach said he ordained us that we should go forth and bring fruit. That's what we should do. That's what we're doing in the UPK. If you're a young officer in this school, that's your duty. Christ said it here. Go out and bring fruit. If you're a young brother in the school getting your name up, go out and bring fruit. This is what you're supposed to do. All right, let's continue on. And that your fruit should remain. Your fruit should remain. It ain't just about bringing people in the school like, oh yeah, I brought 15 people in the school. They're not going to stay. We want the soldiers to come in here, man. You know what I'm saying? We want brothers to come in here who wants to change their life. We want brothers to come in here who want to understand what it means to be a good husband. We want brothers to come in here who want to understand what it means to be a leader. Sisters come in here who wants to be a good wife, who want to know how to hold her peace when she's speaking to her man. You understand me? Like those are the things we want to bring into the school. You understand? The other Israelite groups out there, they want to bring in whatever because they want to look like a huge army. They want to be like, oh, we're so tough. We don't want those cowards, man. We want real soldiers in here. You understand me? That's why I go to camp with a selective amount of brothers. We ain't got to be 20 deep at camp. But I guarantee you, if you cross the line, you're going to feel that we're 20 or 30 deep. I pray you understand that. Go ahead. What's your point at? Oh, no, not yet. Not yet. Have a seat, all right? Let me continue on. And that your fruit should remain, that whosoever ye shall ask of the, that whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it to you. Like whatever you ask for the Father in our King name, he shall give it to you. You can't go ask for materialistic things. And at least I would never waste my time asking for nothing materialistic. I'm gonna just tell you, I prayed that the Lord bless me with a better situation so I can be more of a blessing to my people and my brothers and sisters who don't have it. So I can be a better blessing to my kids. So I can be a better blessing to the school, to uphold the school, to build the school up. So I can keep the lights on. You understand me? I can help us get a van and we all can ride in one van to camp. That's what I prayed for. And I believe the Lord is going to do it. But I also pray that he save our people, that he wake up the young minds in this world, because it's so much that's distracting them and taking hold of their minds. I pray that the Lord wake up the sisters in this world, bring more sisters in this world who genuinely want to be different, who genuinely want to change. I pray that the Lord bring in more brothers in this school who really want to be real leaders and real men. You understand me? That's what I pray for, because I know that the way things are now, it will not always be. The Bible say the things that are old, the things that are new is the things that are old. Y'all think slavery was bad? You should check out the slavery we went through when we was in Egypt. That was horrible. But time repeats itself. You see them little dudes walking around with gumpies, and gumpies are so old school. They wearing skinny boy jeans. That phase been gone. You feel me? Like you gotta really think like it's only so much you can do before it come back. Go ahead, Ezra.
Even the Holocaust, they talk about how the Holocaust all these Jewish people, but they forgot to mention that there were actually Black people that was inside of the Holocaust.
Exactly.
Too,
Exactly.
in the concentration camps and stuff.
Exactly.
And that's not even nowhere in the history book. It's like they almost tried to erase it, and because they don't want that to be relevant. But if you really honestly think about it, every single horrific event that has happened in history has affected our people.
Mhm.
Everybody in our tribes has been affected by it. It hasn't just been one tribe going through this, one tribe going through that. We have all been affected by it.
Right. Let's clap it up for that. And what you're saying is so heavy because you want to know how we know this? Remember when the slaves escaped, they went up north and they went down south. You know what was down south?
The Indians.
The Mexico. And when the blacks came there, what did the so-called Mexicans help us, or Latino brothers? Oh, what did they do when we came down?
They embraced it.
And what did they do?
They helped us.
They
They helped us fight. Correct. That's that. Both you guys said it. I don't know. They helped us fight the oppressor. So you would be a dang fool to think that Donald Trump's not doing this because he know his ancestors, they didn't like them anyway. Because why? They know we are one people. And why? And hold on, hold your peace. And what's so sad and so disheartening, right, is the fact that we don't even look at that as Latinos, as blacks and Latinos. We don't look at that. We don't look at how at one point in time we came together in unity to fight a common enemy. We're too busy fighting each other in this world. And that's where the UPK comes in to help change that. So I can go ahead.
Concert. Everything that you're saying is so heavy because when you really look at it and think about it, who in their right mind would elect the president that sat there and had someone inside of their candidacy refer to our brothers and sisters island as trash and they become president? It's because we have no place here with the oppressors in America. They brought us here simply to slaves. They didn't expect for us to ever have a voice. They didn't expect for us to ever have anything that we can consider essential.
Mm-hmm.
We were just here pretty much to serve them. So when we stepped above oppression and started becoming independent, having a voice, learning how to read, all these different things, their plan failed. And in order to silence our plan, they continue to do things like lynch us or kill us or put us against each other in communities and push drugs into our communities. All these drugs in our communities, they are coming from the oppressor, 100%. These police officers, they get hold of this stuff. They get it from other, I'll say other ethnicities, but they get these drugs from these other people and they push it off into our communities, and then they come and arrest us and kill us because they know these drugs mess us up, and they can go back and be like, oh, this person had this in their system. Oh, this person did that. They did this. And all to wipe us out because they realize how intimidating we are and how inferior we are above them. And if we all actually came together and lived within our truth, we would be unstoppable because we outnumber them by so much, and a lot of people don't realize that. We outnumber a lot of them by a lot. And if we actually moved and came together, it would be crazy.
Well, just to answer, laying back off what you're saying, it's not a surprise that drugs hit the community. The general brought that out in a class a couple of days ago that Ronald Reagan, to fund the Russian war that they was having secretly with Russia, he put drugs in our community and made money off of us with those drugs to fund that war. And then in return, he killed two birds with one stone. How? It's because he made his money that he wanted to fund that war. And he also would arrest us. It was called the war on drugs. And that was specifically to attack black men who were, some sold drugs, some didn't. But you would go to jail for having crack cocaine. And you'll have the same amount as a white man who get caught with pure cocaine, chopped up cocaine, soft snow, whatever you want to call it. And he would get probation and you would sit in jail for 20 years. And that's what they do. They're crafty. The scripture says they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and against thy hidden ones. Do you know what the hidden ones are? The ones who they don't, who the Lord hid for himself, the ones they don't want to know who they are. They did that to us. You understand? Salaki, go ahead.
So,
You got to get to it. Let's go. All right. Well, if you remember, let me know. All right.
Just
go ahead.
Just like the preacher, the Caucasian preacher that just got off on the charges for sleeping with a girl for all these years, and he's gonna get what they say 6 months, and he gets out on probation, and then they got P. Diddy with all these speculations. Not saying that I'm
no.
right.
I'm gonna tell you this.
They're going against the black man.
It's not necessarily. I get where you coming from, but you got to understand this. When you living in the world, you accept what the world brings. When you living in the truth, you only get what the truth brings. You understand me? And that's just how it goes. P. Diddy living in the world, he deserves every bit of what the world brings to him. Because with the good that he had, he didn't do anything for his people. Nothing. So he's getting his reward. I pray my reward is better than that, and it already is. I'm blessed. Got 2 sons, a rib. I'm up to wild. Who knows? The family might grow. That would be my reward. My reward is to serve the Lord, to be able to go to camp, to call a white man the devil, to be an officer in the truth. That's my reward. And I can rest assured on that. I don't need anything else. You understand? That's my answer. All right. All right. So let's continue on. All right. So verse 17. These things I command you, that ye love one another. And again, he came back to loving one another. Christ knew how important it is for you to love your people, to love your brother, to love your sister. All right. Verse 18. If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. Christ said, look, if the world hates you, black man, Latino man, Native man, just know that it hated me first. Well, what other people fit that? What other people could this message be for? How can you read this and not know that you are the Lord's chosen people? They don't hate nobody else like they hate black people, so-called niggas. Let's just straight call it out. They don't hate no other people like they hate blacks, Latinos, and natives. They even calling for a ceasefire. We have the white man with his wicked ways ever called for a ceasefire of 2 nations fighting each other. Want to know why? Because the Israelis over there are white. And he's saying, please stop fighting these poor Palestinians. Want to know why? Blow my mind. Why are they saying this? To stop the Palestinians. Why? Because the Palestinians are not the Lord's chosen people. They love the Palestinians. The white man loves everything that God hates. And God hates everything that the white man loves. And I pray you understand that. Go ahead,
I remember what I was trying to say now, but it was what we were talking about.
Go ahead. Talk about the yellow man. Go ahead. The orange man. Let it be. Go ahead.
So, what I was trying to say is, first, Donald Trump, I think, laws that Barack Obama did.
No, he
didn't.
Do you think Obama is black like you? He not.
He white?
No, he's not white. He just broke his spirit like, whoa. He's not white. He's an African. Yeah.
So he's white.
No, he's he's an African, which means he's from Africa. He's not the tribe. So this is how you consider yourself, okay? From now on, listen, look at me. You are a part of the tribe of Israel. Africans are not a part of the tribe of Israel. They're a part of whatever tribes they have. We used to fight with the Africans over there because we were not the same. And that's why it's important for you to identify who your people are. Because if you don't, you'll make the mistake that many men made before you. And that mistake came back and cost them. That's the same mistake IUIC made and still make it. You understand? I pray you understand.
And
Hold on, hold your peace. Go ahead.
honestly, a lot of Africans during slavery, well, I should say after slaves were free, they went back to Africa because they wanted to go back with the people.
Yeah.
And everybody that I would say wasn't necessarily a part of being African, they stayed here because they realized that this was not the same.
Yeah, no, that's not for you. But what you're saying is heavy. But I'm gonna tell you this: it was some Israelites who said, "We're going to go back to Israel. We found the truth. We know the truth." Commander Junior Hunter said, "Man, don't go over there. You go." And guess what they did? They went back, only to be forced to sign up for the white man's army, be a part of the white man's army, and now they're over there serving and doing the same thing that they would have did over here. Because it's important for us to understand that we have no shelter. The only shelter we have is, blow my mind, the IHUPK and the Commander Junior. This is simple. Hey, Barack deported more Mexicans than Donald Trump. Yeah, you are so right, Matamyad, about that. You are so right, brother. And this is why we got to stand on all 10 toes and be out here about this work. It's very important because if we don't have brothers like yourself in this school who knows the truth, then when it comes down to us reaching out to certain people, we won't be able to. This is why we are a family, one familia, man. And we have to stand together, brother. You understand me? Let's continue on. Salah. Verse 19. If ye were of the world would love his own. If we was of this world, don't you think the world would love us like they love the white man? Don't you think this world would have been fighting for us when we went into slavery? Don't you think the world would have stood up and said, that's not right what y'all doing to them black people over there, bringing them over there, raping them and killing off their people? That world would have had a problem with that. Don't you think the world would have had a problem with the Latino brothers and sisters going into goddamn dog kennels, being locked up at the border, going to alligator Alcatraz? Don't you think they would have those problems? What about the natives? This whole land over here was half of it was the natives. What happened to them? They killed them and took it, or unalived them and took it. Sorry, Facebook, whatever, YouTube, whatever. Unalived them and took it. Don't you think the world would have stood up for those people if we were all a part of the world? The worst thing Michael Jackson could have done was made that weird ass song, "We Are the World, We Are the Children." Because really, we are not the world. Because the world, because the world is the world, man. Clap it up for that, man. We are not the world. We are a special people. We're separate from the world. That's what makes you strong. That's what makes you better. That's what gives you dignity and pride. That's what makes you tribe of Issachar. That's what makes you the tribe of Judah, the tribe of Benjamin. That's what makes you these tribes. And when you find out what tribe you are, and when you find out where your place is, never let it go. Because the world wants you to let it go. And if you don't let it go, guess what they're going to do with you? They're going to fight you for it. They want to take it from you. They want to unalive you for it. But me, I'm never letting it go. I'm never dropping my sword. I pray to the Lord he give me strength to be here 20,000 more years. Because 20,000 more years, if need be, I'll be sitting right here teaching these classes. If not teaching these classes, I'll be in the truth. I'll be in camp. I'll be doing something in the truth. Oh, no, at all. I'm going to keep my cover on my back instead of hanging from the rafters. That's what I'm going to do. Pray you understand. Let's get through these scriptures. Salaki, y'all. Go ahead. If it's on topic, go ahead. No, we're going to leave him alone. He don't deserve to be spoken of. We're going to talk about being outside of the world. Out there, the world. Go ahead. Hurry up and get it in.
I was going to say he only took orders from his mother.
Well, do you know his mother says she don't think he would ever be a president? That's horrible for your mama to say, huh? And guess how stupid America was?
They made him president.
They made him president. You can't make this stuff up, man. Salakia.
And they be making
Salakia.
these ads like yes and no Prop 50.
No, well, that's just trying to get you to vote, son. We don't vote in the UPK, so you don't have to worry about Prop 50s or Prop anything. The only thing you need to worry about that's proper is living your life properly. No, it's living your life properly according to the Bible. That's all you got to worry about, all right? Following the law, exactly. Verse 19, if you were of the world would love his own. But because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hates you. Because your daddy is not in the world, Messiah, Yeshaya, the world hates me. And you know what I feel about the world? Blow my mind. Stop doing that. What do I feel about the world? If the world hates me, what do I feel about the world? I hate the world. Most High is right. It's a hate thing. You know what I mean? I'm here to do my thing. It's nothing the world can do to break me. Hey, it's a thin line between hate and hate. Ain't no thin line between love and hate. I don't love who I hate. That's a barrier. You understand me? But the thin line is there. So if they want to cross that thin line, I want to cross it just as much as them. The only reason why I don't is because my king told me to be patient. I know my war is not carnal. I know it's going to have to come from the Most High. But I'll wait patiently until I get the order. And then, like my brother Tazabah would say, how pleasant, this scripture too, how pleasant is it when you dash thy children's heads against the stone. That's all. That's really beautiful to me. That's music. Let's continue on. All right. Let's continue. Verse 20. Salaki, y'all can go on with it. Remember the word I said unto you. The servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have prosecuted me, they will also prosecute you. What did they do to Christ? And what do they do to black people and Latino people and Native people? They use the same word. They crucify them too. Christ said here, what they do to him, they'll do to you. Regardless of how it's done, it's the same damn way. Don't be naive and think, he got shot, so it's not the same as that. No, it's the same way. They have one intention. It's to get rid of you, period. You have no value to them. The best thing you can do to the oppressor is sing and dance. That's why you should never want to be a singer. That's why you should never want to be a dancer. That's why you should never want to be a rapper or a football player. You should never want to be anything that they think you should be. Because if you be what they want you to be, it will water you down. You will be watered down. If you be opposite of what they want you to be, now you're cooking with oil. And the only thing you can do, and look, black people love to cook with oil, especially when we batter up that chicken. Ooh, I'm hungry. Y'all can tell I'm hungry. I know y'all out there like, this nigga, he hungry. I keep mentioning chicken, and I go to chicken first. I can eat chicken all day. Baked chicken, fried chicken, barbecue chicken. Yeah. Roastery chicken. It's like, that's it. Shout out to chicken. You know what I'm saying? No, we ain't no raw chicken, my brother. Sorry. Let's continue on, all right, y'all. All right, let's keep on. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. If they kept the Lord's saying, they would keep ours. Why? Because we are one. That's our family right there. They would have kept his sayings too. So that even go for your own people. that come to you and tell you we the same, we got to understand each other. No, the hell we don't got to understand each other. If you're not following what the Lord say, then you're not going to listen to me. And look, what we do every day is go to camp and tell people what the Lord say, and they don't listen to us. They don't listen to the Lord or us. These scriptures are very relevant today. Let's keep going. But all these things will they do unto you for your name's sake, because they know not him that sent you. They don't know who sent us. So they're going to Trayvon Martin us when we want to go get an Arizona and a Skittle. They're going to hang us on a tree when they get a chance. It's a football player named, I can't think, he was playing Salakia. You understand? Hold your peace. You do like this when you want to speak. You understand? It's a football player who played for LSU. He unalived himself because they blamed him for something he didn't do. Now, should he have unalived himself? No. But the purpose of it is to see how they treat you, what they think about you. As being black, we got to take back what's ours. And it has nothing to do with the white man can give you, but it has everything to do with the Most High give you. You understand? With that, I'm in. Go ahead.
If I may, where is LSU?
That's Louisiana. Yeah. So with that, brothers and sisters that tuned in, the water for tuning in, I really appreciate y'all. Hey, run them likes up. Go to them shorts, run them likes up. Let's get it cranking, man. Next event we got coming up is what? Is it the feast? No, the Feast of the Trump, the Tabernacle, right? Yep, Tabernacle. We got Tabernacle coming up on the 13th, y'all. That's a feast day. We gonna party like it's 1990. Hold your peace, I told you what to do when you want to speak. Now you can't even speak. I said now you cannot speak. Y'all watching fatherly discipline online. Hold your peace. We'll talk later, all right? You hear me? Do you hear me? All right, Most High in Christ. So that's the next high holy day, all right? Is the Feast of Tabernacles. We're going to get in here and we're going to party. Remember, man, everybody is valuable to this truth. And without you being in it, and without you standing on business and holding down what you're supposed to do in it, we're weak. All right, with that, I'm going to salute everybody out. To the brothers, I like to say, Shalom, Yahawashi, Yahawashi, Barakatham. And to the sisters, I like to say, Shalom. Yahweh Shemar Alatham by Hashem Yahweh Shai. The water for tuning in, y'all. Shalom.